Okay, let's go ahead and get started.
All righty. All right, well, so we're going to get started here. We've got a really good crowd and audience for our signing day. So I'm just going to take a moment at the beginning of this very official Zoom signing day ceremony to welcome all of you here, everyone that's attending. On behalf of myself, Heather Williams, I'm our Student Success Specialist, and the other McNair staff, Director Maritza Machado Williams, and our Assistant Director, Carla Hernandez. We're really appreciative of all of you taking time out of your very busy schedules these days to come and celebrate our scholars with us and their multitude of accomplishments that they have. Before we get started, I know there are some of you here that might not know the whole kind of background and history of our McNair Scholars program. So I'm just going to take a brief moment to give you a little bit of background about McNair Scholars. So we've been serving students on the UNR campus since 2003. Our goal is to prepare exceptional undergraduates for research-intensive doctoral degrees. And we do that through facilitating a mentorship with faculty in the student's field, holding a 10-week summer program, during which time we take our students to a conference so that they can present their research findings. We provide a GRE testing course, and we guide our students through the graduate school application process. So that's a lot of preparation for our students. All of that preparation on our part, on the mentor's part, but especially on our students' part, is what brings us to this culminating moment today, in which our scholars are going to announce the graduate school that they have decided to attend. So we've been holding this annual signing day ceremony since 2017 because we really felt that our students deserved a moment where they got recognized for the vast accomplishments that they've had over the course of their undergraduate career. So typically this ceremony would involve our students making their announcements amidst lots of clapping and celebration, and then the students would physically take a pen and they would go stand up and they would take that pen and they'd place it on a map of the United States in the location where their future graduate school would be. But we don't have the map here today, but that's okay. What we're going to do is Dr. Hernandez and I will introduce each scholar, and we'll list some of their accomplishments and the schools that they applied to, and then we'll turn it over to that scholar so that they can make their big announcement and tell us a bit about the school that they chose and why they chose that school. And then, even though we're in a virtual setting, and I know some of you are muted right now, after they make their announcement, feel free to applaud and clap and celebrate, be enthusiastic. This is their moment, and they definitely deserve all of the attention that they're getting right now. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Hernandez, and she's got some more facts and figures and opening remarks to share with you.
Thank you, Heather. Good morning, everybody. I want to take the opportunity to thank each of you for joining us today. We want to especially thank each and every faculty research mentor that has helped in guiding one or many of our scholars. As Heather mentioned, our work is a collaborative effort among our office, student services, and the faculty mentors. We thank you, mentors, for guiding these McNair scholars towards a successful path towards a research-intensive degree. We also want to take this time to thank all the alumni who always come back and help give some of this knowledge to new and future scholars. And we hope that you, the graduating seniors, will consider visiting us and giving some of that knowledge to future McNair scholars as well. We want to thank the family members who have joined us here today, because we know that your support is extremely valuable in helping our scholars succeed. So I want to, we just cannot thank you enough, our entire staff and our team here in McNair and our office at the First Generation Student Center. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So I want to give some facts and figures. This year was extremely This room was, sorry, I need to turn off those notifications. This year was a very, very successful year for scholars. We have 8 graduating seniors that are going on to graduate school. And altogether, they were offered over $1.5 million in funding that is in research fellowships, graduate assistantships, teaching assistantships, grants, and scholarships. I think that might be the largest amount of money that we have seen so far. So you guys definitely worked extremely hard for that, and we congratulate you. We commend you. So to get into our program, we're going to start with the first reveal. I'm going to introduce our first scholar, who is Jacob Traska. Jacob is a physics major. He participated in the summer 2018 McNair cohort. His research mentor was Dr. Joshua Williams. Jacob has served as a tutor at the Physics Center for 2 years, and he also serves as a teaching assistant in the physics department. In the summer of 2019, Jacob participated in the research experience for undergraduates at Rochester University. Jacob applied to the University of Arizona, University of Central Florida, University of Colorado Boulder, and Stanford University. So I will hand the attention over to Jacob at this time.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So I guess I'll just get the reveal out of the way first. So I chose out of those 4 schools, the University of Arizona. My nice pretty pennant. Arizona kind of had everything I wanted in a school. It had my ideal weather situation, dry, hot, just like Las Vegas, just like Reno. I'm a physics major, and they do a lot of really, not high level physics, but there are very well-funded physics and, or I guess I should say, so I'm going to their optical sciences PhD program rather than their physics program. And it's one of the most well-funded optics and photonics programs in the entire country. And they have quite a number of research opportunities in areas ranging from astrophysics to things down in like atomic and optical physics, which is what I'm doing in their department. I also have a bunch of friends who are going there to do their graduate schooling, so I'm going along with them, so I'm really excited for that. I'd like to thank McNair for helping me get here. I always planned to go to grad school, otherwise I wouldn't be in McNair, but they really helped make the path more straightforward than it would have been. I appreciate them making me do all those statement of purpose drafts and all those diversity drafts over summer. At the time, when I was a sophomore, when I first entered the program, I thought it was kind of worthless, if I'm going to be honest. But when I started actually writing my real drafts that I was going to submit in the last summer, those drafts from sophomore year really helped me. And the advice and the revisions I got from Carla and Heather were extremely helpful in the process, and they really helped make my application as good as it possibly could have been. So with that, I guess that's all I have to say. I'd like to thank Carla and Heather more than anyone, and thank you to the rest of the McNair program. Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Jacob.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yay!
Alrighty, we're gonna move on to the next scholar, who is Celeste Rodriguez. Celeste, let me find you here so I can see you. Celeste is a biochemistry and molecular biology major. She participated in the summer 2019 McNair cohort. Her research mentor is Dr. Ian Wallace. Celeste has served as a peer mentor to students ranging from K through 12 all the way up to college through various outreach programs. She applied to Brown University, University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and Michigan State University prep programs. So Celeste, I would like to put you on the spot now.
Thank you, Carla. So my big reveal is I'm going to Brown University.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So first of all, I'd like to thank a lot of people. First, I want to start off with Ian. Like, I didn't really think like research would be a thing for me walking in, so I'm really excited to just see where I kind of go off for basically the rest of my career life. I want to thank my family, who's always been there, super supportive. I mean, I kind of switched the gears on them super last minute. I was like, oh, I'm going here for sure. No, I'm going here. And so they've always just been like, all right, whatever you do, just always keep us in mind. So this is my sister, everyone, by the way. I don't know if like y'all kind of hopped in on this. And then, you know, I want to thank all of McNair for always being there. I made some of the bestest friends here. And so I know I joined in super last minute. I didn't think like, oh my God, like I would ever fit in, but here I am. And like, I'm super grateful that I've gotten this far. And when I went to, I know that most of us went to the trip up to Boston over winter break. And so that one was like, you could really kind of say that that was the life-changing event for me, because that's where I found out about Brown and the opportunities they had there. And I just fell in love with the campus. I met so many faculty there. So I made my connections quick, and then I submitted my personal statements, all that. And yeah, so it just kind of happened. It happened at the right time for the right reasons. And so I'll always remember that. So thank you guys.
Congratulations.
So proud of you. Good job.
Congrats, Celeste.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you.
Way to
Oh
go.
my god. Down.
Hey! Thanks, guys. Thanks.
All right, so our next scholar that I'm going to introduce is Guillermo Pinelli. He's a physics and mathematics major with a minor in astronomy. He participated in our summer 2018 cohort. His research mentors are Drs. Andre Dervienko, Joshua Williams, and Melody Rodrigue. He's authored 2 publications. He's served as a tutor at the Physics Center and a learning and teaching assistant for the physics department in College of Science. He's been the recipient of the very prestigious Goldwater Scholarship for 2019 and a 2020 NSF GRFP, among many other awards that she has gotten. And he's been accepted to Boston University, Columbia University, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UCLA, UC SD, and Stanford. So he's now going to reveal to us, out of all those schools, what he's chosen.
Thank you, Heather, for the introduction and for choosing a good picture. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till the end of my little speech to reveal, so you guys have to sit through it. So first, I want to thank the McNair program, Carla, Heather, and the entire First Gen Center, which has been a reliable place of support throughout my time at UNR. Carla and Heather in particular, you guys have been there for me throughout all of my pursuits, all my successes, and all of the failures as well. So I'm greatly appreciative of all that you've done for me. And I know that gratitude of students often goes unbeknownst to you guys, so I really can't overstate how thankful I am. But also I want to thank my mentors. My initial interest in research started with my work with Dr. Williams, so I thank him for the opportunities he provided me and for his mentorship and all of his advice. And also Andre Dervienko has contributed tremendously to many of my academic successes and has instilled a desire for me to continue research in graduate school. I guess I wouldn't be here without my parents, but in particular, I'm thankful for the way they raised me. They always allowed me to pursue my own interests and to make mistakes, but also the Nava family has provided so much support for me and a much appreciated foundation since the day I met each of them. So I thank God for their role in my life. But okay, that's it. I'll stop dragging it out. So thanks to UNR and the McNair program. In the fall, begin a PhD in physics at Stanford University.
Congratulations.
So that'll be my home for the next 6 years or so, and hopefully my home for a lot of growth. So thanks again to McNair and UNR.
Good job.
Yay.
Congrats.
G.
Amen.
Thanks.
Congratulations, G.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so it's now my pleasure to introduce the next scholar, Valeria Nava. She's an environmental engineering major and statistics minor. She participated in the summer 2018 McNair cohort. Her research mentor is Dr. Yang. She has authored 2 publications. Valeria has served as a mentor to Upward Bound math and science participants, facilitating STEM career exploration lectures and activities. In the summer of 2019, she participated in an REU at Stanford University. She is the recipient of the competitive and prestigious National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship for 2020. Among other awards, Valeria applied to Carnegie Mellon University, Cornell University, Stanford University, and UNR. Let me find Valeria. There you are. She moved.
All right. Thank you for that introduction, Carla. I think I first need to recognize the effort that my parents put into my education. They have faced a lot of challenges in their life, but despite this, they still managed to sacrifice a lot in their lives to provide me and my siblings an education, which is definitely a privilege that a lot of people don't have. And I would like to recognize the effort that my parents have put in to get me here. So I would not be sitting here today without them or without God and the dedication that my family has been putting into me getting here. I'd also like to thank my 2 older brothers who I've always looked up to and always have been really great role models and helped pave the way for, how to even get here. And with that, I'd also like to thank the immeasurable amount of support that I've received from the McNair program, especially from Carla and Heather. I know us students probably don't thank you enough, but you are really just a vital component of our success, and you see us through the best and the worst. And at least I'm very thankful for that. And I guess on another note, McNair has also helped me discover that being an underrepresented student is not a defect, but rather a source of pride. And I'm very thankful to have learned that being in McNair. And, there's only, out of all of the engineers in this country, 2.4% of them are Hispanic females, and I'm glad to be joining them after I graduate. And then lastly, I would like to thank Dr. Yang, who has provided me invaluable knowledge and skills necessary for a career in research, and he has been an incredible mentor. He's been very supportive and has always provided me with endless opportunities to become a better researcher. I'm almost done. I promise I'm almost gonna reveal where I'm going, but last year at signing day, Adora said something that really stuck with me. She said she chose her school because they made her feel really wanted. At the time, I didn't really understand that, but when a faculty member is supportive of you and they're always reaching out to you, and they support you even before you're their student, it kind of makes the choice a no-brainer. So I'm going to Carnegie Mellon in the fall. Woo.
Hey, awesome job.
Yes.
Definitely. That flag so small.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't, the decision I thought I was going to make a few months ago, but it just makes so much sense for my goals and what I want. And my mentor is incredible. I met him actually 2 years ago, and he's been very supportive of me since then. So that was definitely important to me. So I'm very excited for what's to come.
Yay. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Val. Woo. All right.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to introduce our next scholar, which is Anthony Martinez. He is a triple major in political science, international affairs, and Spanish. He was a part of our summer 2019 cohort. His mentor is Dr. Daniel Perez. He is our president of ASUN, the Associate Students of University of Nevada. He is the recipient of the Henry Albert Senior Public Service Award. He's presented his research in several venues, including the Joteria Conference in Portland. And he applied to University of Arizona, Chapman University, Texas Tech University, Texas A&M, University of Southern California, University of Illinois, Chicago, University of Oklahoma, to name just a few. So I will let him come on and tell us what he's chosen.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony. I just first want to thank the McNair Scholars Program. I never thought I would continue to get my master's. I was pretty sure I was like, I'm going to get my bachelor's. I'm going to go straight into work. My education is done. Because I don't know, I didn't really think of much after that. My parents never even, graduated high school with their diplomas. They either got a GED and one of them doesn't have theirs. So, education for me was kind of, all right, I need to get my bachelor's, I need to go and I need to be done. And the people that have been in this program, especially my mentor, have been huge just role models of, this is what you can provide to other people. And I'm all about service and giving back. And they're like, do you see what I'm able to do with my degree and what I've been able to apply to so many people, including you? And I think that's just so vital and important to see, the greater area that they're able to affect when continuing and furthering their education and in research. So I would like to thank the McNair Scholars Program and what they have offered to me and really opening my eyes and also reminding me like, you're more than just someone who can work. Like you can provide so much more to different students and to different areas that, you are passionate about. So I really appreciate that. And also I really appreciate that, research isn't in one area. I'm not a STEM student and people are like, oh, I do research in this area and in this area. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's in sustainability. It's in biochemistry. It's in engineering. And I think that's incredible and the impacts that they make on our society. And I always felt as if, being a liberal arts student, I can never create something that would be as impactful. And I felt as if the program was kind of like, no, that is completely wrong. Your area is just as great in its own ways in creating differences in your communities and in different areas that you may not notice or haven't had research done on them yet. And I think that made me really proud to be a liberal arts major. And to provide my research to certain communities and have those conversations with people. So I'm just really thankful for that because it really was an empowering moment that, I should take confidence in my degree and the education that I'm receiving and where I've come so far. So I really appreciate that. And then to my mentor, Dr. Perez, he's just an incredible role model. I know he's here right now. I haven't told anyone about graduate school. I haven't told any of my other advisors. I really haven't talked to any of my other friends because I've been really nervous. So the school that I picked, I did get a full ride there. So they'll be covering my housing, my food, I'll get a stipend, my degree, my fees. So that's incredible. That was huge for me. And I think Valeria kind of touched on it in the sense that these people are constantly emailing me like, how are you? I cannot wait to have you here. Sorry, like during COVID, like here's my phone number. Let me know if you need anything. Like we can't wait to have you. We'll let you know what the transition is like. And I just think that's really awesome because that was kind of one of the concerns I had was I was like, I don't know how I feel about going to a different state. I was born and raised in Nevada and I'm a local Nevadan. And they're like, we'll help you with that. And they have done nothing but make me feel like I'm, part of them. And the school I'll be attending is Texas Tech.
Woo! Nice. Good job, Anthony.
Congratulations.
Stop, President. Woo!
All right.
We're going to move on to our next scholar here. So our next scholar is Giselle Marquez. She's a speech language pathology and Spanish major. Her mentor is Dr. Christine Galick. She was part of our summer 2018 cohort. Giselle has worked on multiple research projects with various graduate students and faculty on campus. She works currently with Dr. Deborah Vigil's UCAN team as a child care provider with the University Center for Autism and Neurodevelopment. She's been a teaching assistant for the speech pathology department, and she served as a student state officer for the National Student Speech Language Hearing Association, as well as helping run our local chapter here at UNR. And she applied to University of Arizona, Boston University, University of Oregon, and UNR. So now we'll welcome Giselle on to tell us where she's chosen.
Hi, everyone. So I'd like to start with giving thanks to the McNair Scholars Program. Before I started, I had no idea how to move a research project forward or how to even know which graduate program was the right program for me. And additionally, I didn't see myself pursuing a master's program before hearing about the McNair Scholars Program. Kind of like Anthony said, I just kind of thought I'd get a bachelor's, and I didn't know much about anything that comes after that. So I'm really thankful for Heather for introducing me to that, and the the grad school prep program. And I'd also like to thank Carla and Heather personally for always being so accessible and helping me whenever, you know, I got stuck somewhere or unsure how to approach something. And just being there and giving us, all us students, the support we need. I'd also like to thank my research mentor, Dr. Gaelic, for letting me, of course, be a part of her research and I guess preparing me for the rigors of graduate school. And finally, I'd like to thank my family and friends for always cheering me on and being on the sidelines and letting me know that I can do it when things get hard. So the school that I picked are the Oregon Ducks. Yay!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
That's what's up, Giselle! That's what's up!
Oh my God.
Oh, Daniel.
So I picked Oregon because they have a diverse set of specialty clinics, which was really important to me. And they have an awesome bilingual program, which was also something I looked for in a graduate school. So yeah, I'm really excited to go to Oregon. Thanks, guys.
So proud of you.
Congrats, Giselle.
Good job, Giselle.
Woo! Alrighty. We'll move our screen to our next student, which is Helen Kidane. She is a psychology major. She's part of our summer 2019 cohort. Her mentor is Dr. Amy Hughes Lansing. Helen's also worked with Dr. Linda Hayes. Helen served as a Dean's Future Scholar Mentor for 3 years, and she is a College of Science Dean's List recipient. She has applied to University of Nevada, Reno, University of Washington, University of New Mexico, and Utah State. So now we're going to let Helen tell us where she's decided to go.
Thank you, Heather. So I guess I should start off with the thanks. So prior to knowing about McNair, I was in the same boat as a lot of other McNair scholars. I had no idea how I would get to graduate school. I know it was something that I had to do, but like I just was super clueless. It was sort of by chance that I even discovered what McNair was in the first place. I felt like, you know, it would look good. It sounded really prestigious, but I didn't realize how many people I would meet that would provide me with so much help and guidance, and provide me with so much resources to do what I would like to do in the future. So I would like to thank the McNair Scholars Program, Heather and Carla, for helping us out so much and providing us with so many things that I probably wouldn't have had access to prior, or if I didn't have McNair. I'd also like to thank the McNair Scholars. I feel like being in a group of people who are so like-minded and so supportive is really has really impacted my perspective on like what graduate school would be like. And it's just really nice, you know, talking to people who have the same goals as you do. I'd like to thank my mentor, Dr. Lansing. She's been such a great help. Not only has she been, like, given me like insight on what graduate school is like, what getting a PhD in psychology is like. She's just a really good support, and she's given me so much guidance. I don't know, she's just a great mentor, and I'm so appreciative of her. And of course, I'd like to thank my family, because they've really put up with like my late study nights, and just trying to juggle school and home is really hard. So I'm glad that they're super understanding. So the reason I chose this school is, aside from the convenience of knowing the faculty, I've come to really like the program and the faculty, and I feel like this is a great way to get into what I would like to do in the future. So I decided to join UNR's behavior analysis program.
Yes.
Thank you. Woo. So thank you guys again. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Helen. Congratulations.
Congrats, Helen.
Thanks, guys.
All right. The next scholar we have is Mr. Edward Cruz, also known as Lalo. Ed is a biochemistry and molecular biology major. He participated in the summer 2018 McNair cohort. His research mentor is Dr. Ian Wallace. Ed has authored 2 publications to date, and he has more in the works. He has served as a mentor and leadership trainee for the community of bilingual English-Spanish speakers, also known as CBES at UNR, which is a program that is funded by the National Institutes of Health. He is the recipient of the prestigious Goldwater Scholarship for 2019, and also the competitive National Science Foundation GRFP for 2020, among many, many awards. Edward was accepted to Brown University, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, Michigan State University, Princeton University, Rice University, University of Wisconsin-Madison, and UNR. So here we have Ed to tell us where he has chosen to go.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So first, I wanted to give my thanks to everybody who was important for this. I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd even graduate college, so this is like really cool for me. And more importantly, I think I really want to thank my mom and dad. My mom really showed me the values of perseverance, and my dad showed me how hard how hard you need to work for everything. And really, it was because these 2 people decided to do something crazy, which was run the border. Like when they were 18, they gave me a whole new chance at life that I couldn't have possibly had in Mexico. And obviously staying within the family, my brother, Daniel, who was probably like my best friend growing up, he's a comic and he's my buddy, we did everything together. And then I'm going to go back to all the way to high school, because there's 2 people there that were super important. And that was, first was Miss Kimberly Bowers. She was the first person who kind of like really showed me what science was. She really showed me how to love science and like all the really cool different things you can do. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. And she kind of was like, oh yeah, go get a PhD. And that was like, I didn't even know what a PhD was. And that was so cool for me. And I just fell in love with science and, with plant biology, which is what I do now. And also Mr. Michael Kershaw, who really was really important for telling me like, oh yeah, you can do it. Because I was just like, no, I'm not going to college. And he was just like, what? Like, it was really awesome. Janeth and Brett, who were both my great friends throughout college. Devin, who was my graduate student mentor, and she was just fantastic. Like, I mean, we had our ups and downs, but like fantastic. And then lastly, I think like the most important one of them all, and the person, who's like probably the single-handedly not only changed my career trajectory, but my life in general, was Ian, who was my PI, Dr. Wallace. I didn't really, coming out of high school, I didn't really have a lot of people to look forward to, because first in the family to go to college. And he was someone who was really easy to look up to. And he's almost like, a really great father figure to me. And I don't want to like, he's really, I love this dude,
Woo, you got this.
anyways, and obviously, like, you want to thank McNair and everybody else who was super important. For me, I was probably like a pain in the butt for so long, but I'm okay. And but okay, so where I decided to go for my PhD in molecular biology is Princeton University, and
There you go, Ed.
Very good.
That's it.
it was it was a really cool decision, that had definitely had some loops and twists as to what I was gonna do. But overall, I just really like the faculty. It was a great place. Princeton is like in the middle of nowhere, like in a small, quiet town, like perfect for me. It's really great. So I'm really happy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm proud
Ed.
of you.
Congratulations, everybody. All right. Well, we cannot congratulate you guys enough. We're very, very proud of each of you. Proud of all of you. So, we wish we could be all together in one place, sharing some cake right now, but just enjoy some virtual cake and know that we are there with you in spirit. At this time, I'd like to hand the mic over to Dr. Machado Williams.
This is one of my favorite events of the year. And it's because it's very inspirational and it's also transformational. You work hard for many years to get here. And all the credits to you. We are very appreciative of the support and the help of each mentor that worked with you and the work that Carla and Heather did. But at the end of the day, it's your journey. You just allow us to be part of it. Thank you to your families. Thank you to your friends. Thank you for the difficult roommates sometimes. Thank you for the hard work. But this marks another milestone for you. And it's transforming not only yourselves, but transforming your future families. You are just taking the opportunity that McNair gave you and made it your own. And from here on, many good things, better things, inspirational things, role modeling things are going to happen in your life. We're just happy that we have been part of it. And we will continue to support you, to help you, and we want to stay in contact with you through every phase and every success, but also every step back that you have to take, because life is not a straight line. Thank you again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are. You are role models for the students, but also for the staff of McNair. Thank you so much, and we wish you the very best on everything that you do in your life. And congratulations to your families and parents too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody. Whose bracket was 100% accurate? I know mine wasn't.
There were some big surprises in there.
Does anybody have any questions for our students and some of the new scholars, perhaps? We still have a little bit of time left in this event. Anybody have any additional comments they want to share?
Yeah, I want to thank all of you coaches and mentors for accepting us, whether it was from first in the pack, trio, or during our mid-careers in UNR with McNair. You guys do so much, and you guys always believed in us from the day you met us, I believe. And yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Alex Melchor, trio scholar. What are you up to, Alex?
Okay, I'll be the first trio to announce. that I got accepted to the master's program in biotechnology.
Woo!
This upcoming
Go
summer.
Alex!
Go, Alex!
Alex, what a trio! Look at that!
Oh shoot, we're getting 9 graduate degrees in here.
We actually, Alex, we have 2 McNair Scholars that are finishing up their Masters in Biotechnology this May. They couldn't join us today, but those are Josette and Tyler. Some of you guys know them because you had the summer program with them.
Congrats, Alex.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of you.
We'll get you a little pennant next time.
Hey guys, don't forget to take a picture with your pennant. I can send you a sample that Ed has shared. He's the model for the picture so that we can post about you on social media, please.
Wait, can we thank the
Thank you, Ceci, who took both me and Celeste pictures.
I did it all.
Thank you to the mentors who joined us this morning. We know that you're really busy, but you made some time to be here for the students. We couldn't do anything that we do without you. Dr. Perez, Dr. Lansing, Dr. Wallace, Dr. Cepeda. I think Jenica was on here too.
Dr. Gaelic.
Oh, is she here? Sorry. There's a lot of Dr. Gaelic, thank you.
Thank you, Carla, for hosting this. It went pretty smooth, I feel like.
Yeah, sorry, it took me a couple tries the first 2 scholars switching between all the different screens, but I think it worked out. And you guys, your speeches, you know, one of you guys made me cry a little. I won't say who it was.
I had tears in my eyes throughout the whole thing. I was just trying to hold back.
And the new scholars, don't forget to be in touch with the graduating seniors. See if they can help you with anything in the coming semesters. I'm sure they're willing and they'll be happy to talk to you about any of the schools or anything like that. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Well, again, we're missing the cake, but you know, in the future, I'm sure we can get together at some point, and we send each of you a hug and a high five, and we're just really proud of each of you. And we have a handful of graduating seniors in the winter too, so we'll be celebrating those seniors very soon. Don't think that we forgot about you. Alrighty.
So proud of you guys.
If there are no more comments or any announcements or anything, I can conclude our event.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, everybody take care, be safe, be healthy.
Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Congratulations, graduates. Nice work.
Thanks, Chris.